Hey, what's up? This is Omar Al certified of Vizarti. Today I'm going to show you how you can enter to the software because I got some questions from friends that if there's any like tutorials or videos talking about that and how they can understand the software. Actually, I tried to find something, but unfortunately, I didn't get anything. There are a couple of videos that for the Vizarti, but actually something for more advanced than the beginners. So I prefer to do that by myself, and I'll focus today on the main menus that you will need it. Like in the beginning of your journey, actually in the most of your journey, because there are many menus for the developers or more advanced designers. So like I told you, I'll just focus on the important. Now we have this interface. It would be not familiar for the like graphic designers. It's big different between this and what they have like 3D Max or Maya or After Effects or whatever. Actually, they did this to be more simpler to the users that new enter to the graphic designer world, and to give you the ability to start and like start designing and enter to the software faster than the others. It's not familiar to you because you spend long time with the other software, but with this kind of interface, it would be easier for the new designers. Uh, Now we have this section. The main sections. It will be four. This is our viewport, and this section for properties for each thing we will choose, and this section for our tree. It would be content the containers for our scene and our project, and here it would be the database for the software. You can manage and organize your database from here, putting each project with this blue this one blue folder, and make with each project embedded with this folder. Actually, it's not much different, but it would be easier to filtering your database. Filtering, I mean the just interface, not the main filtering for the database. Uh, Now here in the database section, when you choose each, uh, like if for example if I put here folder, let me call it test. When I choose test, I'll find if I have anything in the test. I'll find what is content. Like for example, is it content scene? For example, I'll save now my scene here. uh, New scene. It's showing now in the scene section. If I go to the geometry, it's disappeared. But if I go to the all, it's showing me all the content of this folder. So this scene geometry, it's mean the 3D object, or the object that compressed, you did it from your tree. And also we have the material advance, images and fonts, audio and video, and this for all content. The other two, it's not that important, and you can keep it for later. uh, each section, when you click on it, you will get here the name of the section. And also for the next stage or next step, we will go to the built-ins. Actually, the built-ins, what it's coming with the Vizarti defaultly. So when you install your Vizarti, you will find these objects. The most important, actually here it's showing geometry plugin, but actually it's like objects. When you call it object, it would be more clear, because I feel it's not a plugin. It's like primitive or object, or the default objects. Here we have the default and other containers or folders. Actually, you will not need that much these. Just sometimes in the future you will need the flag maybe. Okay, so the default, it's the most important for you, and I'll show you how you will build your scene from these containers, from these objects, sorry. The container plugin, after you create your container, you can add a plugin from here. Here we have the folder, what is content. Each folder content some different plugin. The most important, the global and the most used, but it's good idea to check what is else we have. With the documentation in the online or locally from your computer, you can try to find each thing of these and what is working. For example, this arrange, many times you will use it, and like text effects, it's clear for text effects, and you can try it by yourself later, and check each one parameters and what is doing. Now here also we have like I told you, the object and each container, the container global, the main folder that by default coming on it, what is the which is content, the most important plugin that you will use it many times, like the alpha, expert, and look at, window mask, and so here the less using it's shader effect, like color correction for the objects, and you can add blur for the images, and sharpening for also the images, and so here in the effect we have the water. If you want to use in your scene, you want to use a water effect like sea, ocean, river, or whatever, you can use this effect. Now scene plugin and media is not that important, so leave it for the advanced tutorial. I'll leave it. And from the upper menu we have the next important, it's the stage, which is contain the animation, our animation stage, and we can here manage the animation control and change the time, change the properties of the animation, and from the upper menu we have here the import, also very important, which is can import like fonts, images, geometry, scene, audio, and archive. If you import, like you want to import images and you were on the, for example, the scene, you will find nothing. So it's better to go to the images, or you have to go to the images, choose from select menu, and get what you want from the images. For example, now I'll import this image 04 in my here folder. I can, if I have a tree here, I can choose which folder I'll import on it. I'll import it now, but later I can drag it easy without effect on my scene, or because in the previous version like 2.8, if you change the place of the image in the tree, the scene will miss that image and you will face a big problem. Now the other thing, archive. If you want to export, for example, I want to archive this image, or if I have objects or I have scene, I can export it from here to a place that I can choose. Configuration, this for the whole software. It's not specific for the project you are working with. If you have no idea, don't play much with it, because maybe it's doing something bad, or make conflict, or whatever. The post, when you want to export your scene by recording two images, or make sequence image or movie or whatever, you will come from the post. On air, when you have like a recording and you want to export to the recorder directly from here, you can go to this screen and it would give you output to the video recorder. Like I told you, right now you will need just the import section from here. In this section, like I told you, if I have container here, I'll get the properties for the container, and I can move it or rotate it or whatever. And also if I have a special effect on it, for example this alpha, I'll get the alpha information from here and can change the parameters. I can switch with what I have in the container from here. Now I have another section here, it's container camera. You can change the properties of your camera, but I'm not prepared to do that right now, because need someone has knowledge what he is doing. It's not easy like 3D Max or another software, especially if you are working with on-air screen. So keep all these settings on the default. If you change and you don't remember what is the like parameters default, just go to the reset. This R, it's mean reset. With each parameter you will get this R to reset it to the default. And also we have the light and scene settings. The scene settings, this for the output, this for the mask, this what you will use it, and we will use it later in this lecture. Media assist, no need right now. And rendering, you will need to know according this near and far. For example, now if I have this object and I bring it to small, now it's disappeared. If I change the parameter from scene setting, rendering, if I switch it to near, it would appear again. But if you change this and make it less, it would be effect bad with the Z sort. So be careful when you're working with this parameter. And also the 20,000, the most far, after that it would be disappeared. So if I give this parameter like minus 21,000, it would disappear even I make it scale it up. But if I make this 22,000, it's showing me up again. And here the camera aspect ratio, and these the most important from here to know. Other things like virtual clipper scripts, it would be for something advanced. Maybe we will take it like after a few days or a few weeks at most. Now when you want to start your building the project, you can change the color of the background from here, scene settings and background color. You can give the background color, and from the background section you can drag an image and it would be background for you, but it's preferred to make the background with the object. Many times we prefer it because this would be stuck all the time with you in the background. Maybe sometimes you need to change the background or something. Okay, and also sometimes make something conflict, especially if it has like use PNG image and it has alpha on it. It would be sometimes a bad effect on the air. Locally you will see it okay, but when you go on the air it give you something conflict. That what we faced many times before. Now return back to the scene. I close this scene and return back, open it, and I'll start building by using this rectangle. I'll put it like in the background. I push it back to minus 10,000 in the Z, and I'll scale it up, or I can just here choose the screen and it would stretch to the whole screen. We can use this with the rectangle object, but if it, like for example, if it's rotate like this, I'll miss this option. It would be must be 0 rotation to get this option screen. I'll change the colors of this background, for example gray from here and gray from here, and run the color because right now it's not run. Now run the color. Okay, and put container here, add container, and I'll add object as scale it up, add material on it. I'll give the material little up, more lighter, and I'll add, for example, this object. Here we have something very important with all software, and when you're animating with the 3D software like 3D Max, Maya, or even After Effects, you will move, when you want to make animation at most, you will move the camera. But here the difference is we are not moving camera, we will move the, or make animation to the container, and I'll call this one main. And you can imagine how we can animating this, like when you hold object on your hand and rotate it by your hand. So this main container will, let us say, it's like your hand and you can move it around. So very important here to build up correctly your tree to make a clear animation. And later when we'll make advanced animation and complicated scene, I'll show you how you can build correctly this this tree. And the other thing also important, the upper container in the Vizarti, it's mean the last one or the back one, and the foreground be nearer when you building up, like this the most far, and this nearer, this more nearer, and the nearest thing it would be the last container. So it must be correctly like organized to be safe later with especially with the Z sort, because we will face problem if we will not organized and correctly. And later I'll show you how you can fix that. I think I have already a tutorial showing you how to fix the Z sort when you will face problem. So you can return back to that tutorial later. And now with this container, I can when I rotate it, like I told you, like using your hand, rotate this container. I'll add another material here, and with the Z I'll push it up. Okay, now rotation, make, check everything. Now from these properties, position clear, rotation clear, scale, we have one thing here in the scale. We have these tiny click or tiny buttons. This means single. When I change the scaling with one axis, and here locked, so it's mean locked all together. When I change it, it would be all same properties or same parameters here, amount. And if I have like single, make this ratio, and I want to keep this ratio, give the proportional, yep, proportional. And when I change the parameter, it would keep the ratio as it is. If I want to return it back, just put on the locked and change. Here we have the center. If I change the center here and make rotation, see now my center. And I think it would be clear for you, or it's clear for you. The reset, now I can reset each one separately, or I can reset together each group by double click on each one of these. Double click, it's returned back to the default number. This one also, and now rotation. Here we have the center, because now the center would be the bounding box if we see the whole bounding box. So if I give here the center of the bounding box, it's give me in the middle. So this C, that is what is mean. This right and the top, front, back, button, left, and here the center. Okay, and rotation. Now you can check each thing of these and work with it, and it's very easy. Some of them need tricks or need to know how you can use it. For example, this ribbon, if you want to make changes on it, for example here, I'll turn on the interactive mode. It's give you the nodes, but the nodes, it's not changeable until run here the handle script. Now I can change my nodes, the number of nodes, and also width and all the parameters. You can check it later. For example, also if I have this arrow, I can play with it. We have many parameters on it, and each thing and each parameters you can make animation for it. For example, this from the 0 is nothing until like giving distance or something with animation. Okay, now for the next step we will give effect if we need for each thing. For example, this arrow I want to give extrude for it, so I'll drag the extrude on it, and it's give me the depth. Right click, add material, change the material color to red or whatever. And if I want to add shadow for this to the ground, I can just drag the shadow caster here on it and shadow receiver on the floor, and that's it. Now, for example, also we have this window mask. It's not showing anything, so if I want to see where is this window, I'll turn the bounding box option and change the position of that mask. And the good thing with this mask, it's not affected by moving the container. It's stuck with the screen. Okay, and you can animate this mask. So you can check all these by yourself. And just one thing here, this important. For example, I show you. Let me choose something from here. Without extrude, without material. In the center, and I'll choose this. Look at the camera. It's not work until take the billboard. Now, if you rotate this main container, it's still looking at the camera with the same position or same rotation, sorry. So this is very important, and many times you will use this option. Okay, and here the recycle. You can remove things from here by dragging to the recycle, or removing from here to the recycle, and each thing inside the container you can remove it to the recycle. Okay, here if I want to add this inside or make it inside container, I can make this container, drag it, and drag the background inside that container, or for use faster procedure, just click on it and insert it inside container. Here disable, enable, like from here, or appear, disappear, active, deactive, and also the tree, hide everything inside the containers, and open anything we have should be open, the containers, or the whole containers in the scene. Later I'll make the animation and give you more according the images and all that stuff. So this for you the first part of the entering to the Vizarti. Thank you for watching, and if you have any question or any concern, just send me a message or send me email. You will see it in the end of the video, and I'll put it in my list, and I'll try to make something for you. Sorry for my sound, because I am very tired and it's the end of my day, so please accept my apologies, and have a wonderful day. Salam, peace.